you have Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. I do like to start all of my readings with a nice smudge. I have some sage here. We'll just cleanse the area. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective of the earth signs. And 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. 3 chimes to bring in. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. What would you like the collective to know or to be aware of during this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get a good idea of the energy that is surrounding you at this time. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. It is my intention that during this reading, you verify and you trust and you practice using your intuition as well. I do believe that tarot card readings are a wonderful way to vet or to verify what that inner wisdom, what that inner voice is telling us, where we are being guided, where we are being led. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. What would we like the collective to know or to be aware of? Thank you, Spirit. And I will answer questions. Usually, after I'm done with the reading, if your question has not been answered or if you're looking for more clarity, I will open up the reading to questions. And I will pull a card or two on that question. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. What would you like the collective to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And the foundation, the basis of this reading this week is the Six of Swords, and that's the transition. And, you know, the fall equinox is a wonderful time of balance and transition. And at this time, you are an earth sign, so all eyes are on you. But you're not going to let that put you off of your game. You are focused. And you are looking at or being backed by the Hierophant card. And that Hierophant is higher knowledge, higher intuition. It goes beyond like book learning. It goes beyond, it's the knowing that comes from within. That is a wonderful transformation that you are going through this fall equinox. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And Taurus, before we start with that reading, let's talk about that fall equinox. This fall equinox, obviously it is in Libra season. And where your emphasis is going to be, it's going to be on health and well-being. You are moving towards your goals with purpose, and if you are caught up in distractions over the next few months, you are going to be encouraged to make that important inner shift that is going to align your mind and body with your spirit and your true desires. And again, it's about balance and alignment. We want to make sure that our actions, our words, and our emotions are in line. And if they are not, this first couple of weeks here as we get ready to enter into October is a good way or a good time to bring those in balance. And in your professional life, And this would be your career, business, education, money, and finance. We start off with the Two of Pentacles. And again, as an earth sign, you are really seeking balance. And the fall equinox is really about balance. The fall equinox is when the daylight hours are in balance with the nighttime hours. It's a true balancing, and that's nature's way of creating energy to balance. Followed by the Sun card, which is the happiest, the warmest card of the tarot. And let's just think of all of the wonderful things that the sun does for the planet. That is what the universe is doing. That is what Source is doing in your professional life, in your public life. And again, this could be your education, business, and finance, followed by the 10 of Wands. And that 10 of Wands is the bringing in of a harvest. And so tens in tarot represents, yes, like the two. That's most definitely. Welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot, Misha. My name is Greta. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so current feelings. So we're going to be jumping all over the place here. So current feelings, one moment, please. Current feelings, one card, current feelings. One card, current feelings. One card, current feelings. So we have the resurrection card in reverse. And so it looks like it's done and over. And so when we see judgment in this position, we see the resurrection. We see people rising up out of their coffins, rising up out of the grave. But when we see it like this, it looks like it is over. Whatever their feelings are, they're feeling like it is over. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, over, done, dead, gone, no relationship. That card was for you, Misha. That card was for you. Thank you. And back to your public life, and this would be your education, career, money, finance, job. Again, we have the bringing in of the harvest, followed by the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a wonderful card that really is stating that you are following your passions, you're following your desires, you're aligning with your life's path. You are finding new ways to increase your money. You are going to be receiving a promotion or a go-ahead on a project that you've been wanting to move forward with. And this project, this new job, this new project that you're starting is aligning you with your life's path. And there is probably going to be a need for a continuing education or refreshing your skills. And this further education, this refreshing of your skills is probably going to involve a trip. It's like it's going to require you to travel to brush up on these skills. But these skills are something that you have been wanting to do. It's something that you've been looking forward to doing. And these skills, this knowledge, this information that you're going to be receiving is aligning you on your life's path. Misha, I did tell you. Current feelings. You received the Judgment card in reverse. Masha, Manish. This is your card. feelings. These are the feelings that they have. When you see these cards, it's Judgment in reverse. Your card is Judgment in reverse. The answer to your question is Judgment in reverse. The past is done. The past is over. We cannot bring life back to the past. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Careful planning and attention to details is going to really what's going to be paying off for you at this time. I think your attention to detail and you're able to pick up on things that others are missing is really going to be surprising to you. Very surprising to you. You're even going to surprise yourself. And again, at this time, because you are an earth sign and you are very grounded, that all eyes are on you and people are looking to you to help determine what their next move is going to be. This is your week. This is your week of can do no wrong in your public life. And that's good news. You are beaming with creative ideas, and everyone wants to hear what your plans are, what your ideas are. And because everyone is looking to you for guidance. And, you know, they might not necessarily be asking, but they're definitely watching. And, you know, there's many reasons why people watch what we're doing, but people are watching what you are doing at this time to see what they can do, how they can improve their lives. And so you're being a very positive influence, even though you may not be having those conversations. People are looking to you to decide what they're going to be doing next. And it's almost like you're the leader, but it's, you don't realize, you don't realize that people are looking for you for guidance or receiving guidance from you simply by the way that you carry yourself and by the way you are when you are with other people. It is very impressive. And it is catching the eye of people that have the ability to give you a raise, to give you a promotion. And I think maybe even for some of you, offer you a job are offering you continuing education so that you can raise within the ranks of where you are currently at. Those are beautiful and wonderful, powerful cards there in your professional life. And in your private life, and this would be your love life, your home life, your family and friends. We start off with the Four of Pentacles. Again, it's about bringing things into balance with this fall equinox. It's about bringing things in balance. And perhaps maybe recently you've been thinking that you have been overspending or underspending in an area in your private life. Followed by the King of Swords, which is agreements and contracts, looking for an agreement, seeking an agreement, signing a contract. What is this contract? A soul's contract. There is a soul contract here. Followed by the Star card. Perhaps you are dealing with an Aquarius, as the Star card does represent the sign of Aquarius. in the tarot, or it's working towards the greater good. Working towards the greater good. You are the star of your own life, and you're finding that balance. And again, for most earth signs, for the beginning, since the beginning of this year, it has been about finding balance. I tell you, as an earth sign, we have a tendency to really get caught up in our work life, really get caught up in our careers. But I see you finding balance, or bringing that balance back into your home life. And the Eight of Cups, leaving behind feelings and emotions that no longer serve us. This full moon is really, what am I talking about? Last week's full moon really has shone a light into the deepest recesses of our souls. And the biggest challenge this week is going to be able to see, or even admit, where we have been overly critical of someone or a situation. We have been overly critical here, and we are really coming to terms with that. Things are really coming to light with that. I also see this can also mean travel. So we've had some travel in your professional life, and then we also have travel here in your private life. There is a close friend or a family member that is experiencing difficult time, a difficult transition, and they're looking to you, they're seeking you for aid, for help. And I think you're going to be very glad to help. And I think that during the process of helping this close friend or this family member, you're going to both become even closer and build a closer relationship. It's like you're going to have some really groundbreaking conversations. You're going to learn something new about this person that you never actualized, or it's almost like a moment you receive, yeah, a better understanding of this person. You're already fond of this person, you already care for this person, but you learn something new about this person that endears them even more to you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And Virgo, this autumn equinox is really fine, really highlighting, really shining a spotlight on your financial resources. It's time to take a closer look at your money matters. Are your needs both practical and emotional? Is the practical and emotional both being met? Use this equinox to focus on what you can control and make the necessary changes that you need in order to achieve what it is that you deserve. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Messages from Spirit. We start with the Page of Cups. And this Page of Cups, again, is youth, is young, is you have high ideas, but it's also the student card. And again, there is some continuing education. I don't know if there's something new that you are going to be asked to learn, or you are going to be presented with a learning opportunity. Whether you are wanting to learn something new, or if someone is asking you to learn something new, please do say yes, as this new knowledge, as this new information is going to align you with your life's path. And then we have the Five of Cups. And this Five of Cups is a pivotal point, a turning point. There's something in your past that seemingly has you stuck. It's like you keep looking at it, you keep going over it and over it and over again. And because of this past, we don't see what is in our present, where all we have to do to enjoy the present moment, the present time, the gifts in the present time, is to just pivot. The World card, which is a gift. And I also like that we've received this World card with the earth signs, as you are very earthly, very grounded, very worldly orientated. And here we see you doing the dance of life and being protected as you do that. I really truly believe that any time we align with our life's path, or when we follow our intuition, or when we seek out to find what it is that we are meant to do in this life, we are divinely protected. The universe encourages us and the universe protects us as we align with our soul's purpose. Followed by the Eight of Swords. There's something that we're not seeing. You're not seeing how the past is affecting you. This past situation, you think that it is over. You think that it is done with it, but it's not necessarily truth. It's like, there's a couple of sayings that is coming to my mind. We may be done with the past, but the past isn't done with us. And really what that saying is that we will continually think on the past or become stuck in the past, because there's still a lesson for us to learn. There's still information for us to process. And processing that, only through processing that information, are we able to leave the past behind. This past behind, is it forgiveness? What is it? What is it? The fall equinox did officially begin yesterday morning. And then that paired with that lunar eclipse that we had last week, we're all finding ourselves a little unbalanced and feeling as if something is not right. But we can align and we can bring that back into balance through meditation, through a walking meditation, or even through yoga. For some reason, I'm just feeling that we need to ground and we need to bring ourselves back into balance with nature. And sometimes when we are caring for a close friend or family member, we can become emotionally and spiritual drained. And that is when we need to charge the most. And again, we can recharge through mindful walks, through meditative walks. And if you are a Capricorn, this fall equinox is a time to get methodical and intentional about your work. Are you connected to your sense of purpose? Especially as we get into late to early winter, we really do need to connect and have a sense of purpose to get us through those short winter days. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And did anyone have any questions or anything that they would like to ask? And, I think I do have a question as well. Does anyone have any rituals or anything that they like to practice for the fall equinox? I tell you, I have a few rituals that I like to practice, and many times I'll find that I'm combining 3 or 4 rituals. And definitely in, hey, Nikki Dream, hello, how are you this evening? How are you this evening? Oh my gosh. Nikki, we were just talking about um, the fall equinox and having little rituals that we do for the fall equinox. Nikki, is there a ritual that you like to participate in or practice for the fall equinox? Many of us, I am, I'm very well. I actually, I'll probably post a picture of my broom. I usually keep a broomstick above my door, and I do try to bring it down and decorate it each month and season it. I like to season mine with some cinnamon to help keep good positive energy and cleanse my guests as they're coming and going. But yes, and so this evening I did take down my broom and I'm going to decorate it and season that for the equinox. And I will post a picture of that in my comment section or in my community section tomorrow. But yes, and so, many of us do participate in rituals and we don't even realize that we're doing it. Like, again, it's like the fall decorations, the Halloween decorations, the Christmas decorations. Many times those are a ritual. And, even by changing around our decorations, our knickknacks, our furniture, it really gives a good positive energy and really helps shift around the energy in our homes. Mhm. And cleansing breaths. Cleansing breaths is another wonderful ritual. And depending on where I am with my cleansing breath, but when we're taking cleansing breaths in, the trick of it is whether you're counting in to the breath of 3, 4, or 5, is that we count in. So we would count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then take a pause, and then out through our mouths, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so when we're taking those cleansing breaths, it's important that we take a pause between the in and the out, and we breathe out 1 more count. Hey, Misha, is it Mansha? Manish? Well, Amy will call you. Will Amisha get a call for a reunion? 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 No. No call. Thank you, Spirit. Hey, Nikki. I guess I was kind of really thinking that. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, and a cleansing bath. Oh my gosh. I tell you, on the cool mornings and cool evenings, it's really nice to take a nice hot shower as well. But again, with any ritual, with any practice, it's always good to start with the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the key. Gratitude is the key to the universe. Gratitude is the key to connecting with spirit. Gratitude is the key to manifestation. Oh, perfect. And what do you, okay. And so what type of altar are you looking at? Could you kind of explain it to me a little bit? I have a couple different little altars, but like I would consider that an altar with crystals. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and I think, did we talk about that one day last week where we talked about cleaning and energizing your crystals, but we weren't going to do it. Maybe we talked about that last week. That usually during the full moon, we can put our crystals out in the moonlight to have the moon charge our crystals, but we don't want to do that during eclipse because of the wonky energy. Yes. Mm-hmm. And so, Nikki, what type of meditation do you do? A moonstone. Oh, those moonstones. I love those moonstones as an offering. Yes. And so, honestly, um, even in the moonlight, sometimes I'll do offerings in my backyard. My neighbors must really think that I'm crazy, but I'll just go to the convenience store, or when I'm at the store, I'll get the cheapest cigars that I possibly can. And I'll pull those cigars apart and I'll use that tobacco, that cigar tobacco, as an offering. Or even you can go and get loose leaf offering. I don't know where in the United States that you live, but I do know I'm in a kind of a rural area, so there's quite a bit of wild tobacco that grows, Indian tobacco that grows. So I will harvest that and I will dry that out. Not well, definitely not to smoke it. I'm not a smoker, but to use it as offerings. Offerings make wonderful. And so, like when I'm doing that ceremony in my backyard, I give thanks and gratitude to the four directions. And, and you're also going to buy small jars. Well, that's all fine and wonderful, but you don't necessarily need to even buy small jars. I mean, even like if you have like little cooking jars, they make those nice little yogurts. I don't have, but they make those nice little yogurts that come with those in those little funky looking glass jars. And I'll use those jars. I use those jars for a lot of things. Um, but even that smudge, that smoke is an offering. And many times when you're looking at the Buddhist holy sites and Buddhist temples, you'll see those flags. And really, what those flags are prayer flags. And so on each one of those flags is written a prayer. And it's believed that as those flags, as those prayers wave in the wind, that they're brought up to spirit. Yes, gosh, we love that dollar store. We love that dollar store, most definitely. We do love the dollar store. Yeah, sometimes they give more of my money than just a dollar, that's for sure. Well, that is the reading that I had for this evening, unless someone had a question or if they wanted to. Yes, yes, but um, again, with any ritual, with any prayer, with any meditation, it really comes down to setting our intention. Really comes down to setting our intention. Could you get a general for Pisces? All right. And Pisces, you are a water sign, right? Is that right? Let me just make sure that, yes, Pisces, the water signs. Did your reading go out today, Pisces? Or did your reading go out yesterday? I think maybe your reading might have went out yesterday. Let's see. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull a couple of cards for you, Nikki. Let's see if we can get a couple cards for Nikki. Couple cards for Nikki. Oh, you know what? I don't think your weekly tarot card reading is probably not going to come out until Thursday. Let's see here. Strength card. I love that strength card. And so maybe are you dealing with a Leo? And the travel, looking towards your future. One more card for Nikki, please. One more card for Nikki, please. One more card for Nikki, please. One more card for Nikki. One more card. Card for Nikki, please. Ooh, and look at that. Honestly, that is one of probably the better cards that you can get as far as one of the lower non-arcana or major arcana cards. This is a sudden change that brings in lots of opportunities. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is here we're looking towards our future. And maybe what we don't always see is we're right there in the doorway. And our arm has just gone through the doorway. We're stepping through that doorway, followed by the Strength card. You know, you have entered a new cycle, which is going to last you at least the next 2 years. And I would say probably even closer to 3 years. And this is a cycle. And I love this cycle for you because it is one where you are called to live your best life and reconnect with your soul's purpose, your true self. And so this next 3 years for you, Nikki, is really going to be one of aligning with your life's purpose. And, you know, that's probably why you felt drawn, or you're feeling drawn to the meditation. You're feeling drawn, you're being pulled toward or guided towards, even like rituals. We were talking about your altar and just those things, and what those things mean to you, and how you would like to incorporate those things in your life. That is a new cycle. And I will say that for this next 3 years, that is going to be your main focus. And that is playing into your strengths. And that you have that strength card is telling me that maybe even more so than the altars, the crystals, and the rituals, it's about connecting with source, connecting. Are you clairvoyant? Something audiovoyant, clairvoyant? There's where there is a voyancy here, Nikki, that you're not fully or totally aware of. I don't know if it's clairvoyance, audiovoyance. What are some of those other voyancies? But a deeper connection with those that have passed. And that is, this next 3 years is going to be about developing that connection. I don't know, can you talk to people that have passed over? Or do you hear people that have passed over? Or do people that have passed over leave you things or show you things? But that is what Spirit would like you to know about this evening, Nikki.